Welcome to the Hooligan Nation, a Kiss-Centric podcast. The podcast where the riffs are loud, but my opinions are louder. He's the kind one. He doesn't have those kinds of opinions. I'm Anthony.
I'm Rocco. I kind of keep the bad thoughts to myself sometimes.
Let's play a game of winners and losers. My opinion. If you don't agree, tell me I'm wrong. Biggest loser, the mystery band that wanted to profit.
True. I agree. We got to get more details from that and how that all played out. But yeah, I would if that's for real and the manager did that and the band kind of signed off on that, then yeah, they're definitely the biggest loser. And when it comes out, it's going to affect their ability to make money.
Next, and this is unfortunate and I think it's unfair. The second biggest loser, Axl Rose. I said it earlier. I think Axl had a bad day. No, Axl is not the Axl of 40 years ago, but Axl does not sound that bad live. Usually, it's unfortunate that millions and millions of people watch this, and some are going to get the wrong idea and think, oh, hey, Axl has lost it.
But for the people who think he's a bad guy, he showed up when he didn't have to, and he paid tribute to the founders of the genre.
Yeah. And I think the rest of the band is incredible. And the three times that I've seen Guns N' Roses in the last 10 years, the entire band was incredible, including Axl. So if you're a Guns N' Roses fan, I wouldn't take that set as what Guns N' Roses is going to be. Just my opinion. And once again, who am I? Next, and I'm not trying to pick on these guys, but another loser was Pantera. Pantera is just not a band. I don't know what to tell them. I'm people Pantera fans want to go out and see them, and that's great. Yeah, I think they're bordering on doing a disservice to the Pantera name. And that's not to knock on anybody musically, because I think all four of them are great musicians. I just think they're not a band. And they're kind of a super group. And I think this tells you why super groups don't usually stay together. Because it just it doesn't work for me.
You're basically the word that you're targeting is there's no chemistry, and you can see when there's no chemistry in a band. It projects on from on stage. If you have four individuals, no matter how good the music's sounding, it's going to take away from the performance.
Yeah, I actually, you know what? I didn't even think of that word, but yes, you hit the nail right on the head. I don't think they have the stage chemistry. Like they may be great friends, and I think that they have to get credit for joining Pantera and not trying. They pay homage to Vinny and Dime on a constant basis. There's just no stage chemistry there for me. Now we got an interesting one. It was interesting for me. A loser and a winner, David Draymond. A loser because he walked out on a benefit, not a benefit, but a charity concert for Ozzy Osbourne and for Black Sabbath and got booed. He's a winner because he took the high road and he pretty much said in the statement, "Hey, I was there for Ozzy and Black Sabbath. It was about them." Sure, plenty of people would not have taken the high road in that spot.
And I love his band too. So
And we're not even, it has nothing to do with politics for me. I don't know what his politics are. I really don't care. See my earlier rant. But the fact that he took the high road and did not take the spotlight off of Ozzy and Black Sabbath and just said, hey, you know, I was there for Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
yeah,
Credit to him.
yeah.
Now for the winners, Tom Morello and Sharon Osbourne. They came, they saw, and they more than accomplished. Sharon couldn't have done it without Tom Morello. Tom Morello couldn't have done it without Sharon. And Ozzy and Black Sabbath couldn't have done it without both of them. So credit to everybody. The planning, Everything to me was spot on and perfect. You could not get a better final show out of Ozzy and Black Sabbath, in my opinion.
And in my opinion, Sharon, for say for good or bad, whatever, she's an impressive woman. Period.
Yes. If I was in a band today and was trying to make it, that's my top choice.
And not for nothing, if I was to get my better half, you couldn't ask for a better woman to stand by your side.
You could not. There is a woman that is got so much loyalty for Ozzy. It's there's no words to express how impressive that is. Next, Nuno Bettencourt is most definitely a winner in my book. 12
I agree
songs,
too.
tore up the stage, killed it, was as close to, if he wasn't perfect, he was as close to perfect as you could possibly get. So credit to him.
Hey, not for nothing too. Like again, I'm going to use the Eddie Van Halen connection, and this is just my opinion. Eddie Van Halen had how many years? Like a 10-year, 15-year stretch of where he was the man. He was the guitar hero of his era, and he'll go down in history as probably one of the greatest guitarists, if not the greatest guitarist of all time. To me, this era's guitar god is slowly becoming Nuno Bettencourt, especially with the performance with him doing something like that.
I would have jumped through this screen and strangled you 9 days ago. I would have argued to the death 9 days ago. You know what? Your opinion holds up. It holds up. I, he's got to be in the running.
And he's a good dude too. He's not. He's that's the other thing
Correct.
that's the other thing that's cool. Like he's not an egomaniac. He's a cool dude, and he's a person who celebrates the music, doesn't try to take something from it.
Yep. He's giving back instead of taking from it.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah,
And one more thing, I'm about to light up the internet. Eddie Van Halen is the number one guitar god. You you all out there can have whatever opinion you want, but you're wrong. He's the best. Thank you and good night. Next winner, Jakey Lee. Jakey Lee is a winner for so many reasons. As I stated before, he's come out publicly, said he couldn't play anymore. Bullshit. Yes, he can. Shot 4 or 5 times in January. Been arguing with Sharon and Ozzy for 30 years. You know what? They put it all aside for one day, both sides. And Jakey Lee got to go out there and be the guitar hero that he was 30, 40 years ago. And I think that's a good thing. I think that makes him a winner.
I honestly don't think there's enough emphasis put on that because I think for at least for me, I've been a fan of him since the first thing I heard of him, and I think he's got the kind of personality to where he would kind of like let things go by and not worry about it. And thank God that Nuno like pushed him because this I don't think he realized how much he needed a moment like that.
Next up, another winner, Youngblood. We pretty much said it earlier. Here's a guy that I think was completely unknown in America until that concert.
He makes you want to watch him. I don't even know
Yeah.
a lot about him yet, but I'm going to be following him. That's for sure.
Yep. Me too. Next up, winner, Steven Tyler and all Aerosmith fans. I, I don't think there's any argument. Steven Tyler came up on stage, proved, hey, I'm still Steven Tyler. And it's a very good sign for all Aerosmith fans because, as I said earlier, I don't think there's any way that they're done. They have one more tour in them. I'm almost positive. So it's a win for Steven Tyler and all Aerosmith fans.
I agree
Next
with that.
winner, Metallica. If there were any questions, there shouldn't be any more. Period. End of sentence. Black Sabbath retired. They are the godfathers of heavy metal. Nobody can take away the fathers. You know, this is an age-old statement. Nobody can take away your first. But they retired. Metallica, I think, are the godfathers of heavy metal now.
Yeah, you know what, too? It's kind of neat. They grew up as kids following Black Sabbath and wanted to, end up growing into being what Black Sabbath was and got to be there for Black Sabbath's last show. I mean, you want to talk about like put a nice little bow on something.
Yep. And to round this out, another winner, Zakk Wylde. Anybody that doesn't know a lot about Zakk Wylde is such an Ozzy fanboy. He says publicly that he owes his entire life to Ozzy and Sharon, and he got to play with Ozzy one more time, and I think that absolutely makes him a winner.
I
Another
agree.
winner, Ozzy himself. He got to go out there on his own terms and had a damn good last show. Let me tell you something, people. If you're out there and you've never had anything taken away from you, you won't understand this, but the stage got taken away from Ozzy, and I really think it probably hurt because he didn't get to choose when he was done. And that one day and those 9 or 10 total songs allowed him to leave on his own terms, and I think he deserved it. And
I
finally,
agree.
our last winner is Black Sabbath, all total as a band. As I said earlier, no one can ever replace the first, and they are the first and the founding fathers of heavy metal. And I think it was a great way to end and a great tribute to them. If you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms, please leave us a review. And if you just found us, check out our past episodes. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel and you like this episode, please consider hitting the like button, just like him, and leaving us a comment. Hit the subscribe button, just like him, so you don't miss any future episodes. And check out these episodes right here. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for supporting us, and don't forget, if it's too loud, you're too old. Peace out, Hooligan Nation.